What?
So I get my shirts.
Okay. All right. Now. By the way, there is no such thing as the past. No such place. There is, but there isn't. None. There's no point in regretting and looking back if you can't do anything to change the past, is there? No, there's not. So, move on. I mean, that's pretty darn simple. And I'm trying to adhere to that, but it's hard. It's very hard because I have regrets. Let me see what I regret. Well, I first regret having my phone too close to delicious cobbler with ice cream, and it could have got on my phone. I regret, worrying about that and not just finding the logical solution to that, which would be just to put alcohol on it and move on. I regret that. What else do I regret? Well, let's see. I regret, making videos on it that I had this impure, uncomfortable energy of not feeling totally secure with what I'm using. Let me see. I regret, abusing and binge watching someone on my phone and having a spill on my scooter. What else do I regret? What do I regret about my phone? Let's just focus. Well, making recordings that I got rid of, even they were voice recordings and music recordings. I feel guilty about making them and getting rid of them. What else do I regret? Oh, let me see. Nothing there. Oh, okay. I regret I regret taking over what I was doing when I was clearing my subscriptions, and that went out the window over to my phone. I used it because of that. What else do I regret? Let me see. What else do I regret? Oh, well, making live stream videos. Making live streams and one that I got rid of. I regret that. Any other regrets? Oh, well, the most recent regret is having pencil markings on the phone, which I didn't realize that I had. So be it. All right, now, the title of this live stream is I Will Acquire Myself. I have a Libra moon, as you all know, and this is Libra season. Now, I'm going to find where I left off, and I'm going to continue because I am chock full with work. And I'm not going to be available for anyone at any time. I just want to be upfront about that. So, while I'm trying to find where I left off in this story, which I will not read, where's the intrude line? Okay, I found it. By the way, if you have not checked out my Instagram account, then you can do that. By the way, I was watching someone that I know of post in one of her stories older kids dressed in dancing clothes singing in a dance studio singing. Ridiculous. I'd rather see looks so much better to see men in tuxedos dancing, women in dancing clothes, women in beautiful dresses dancing than it does that. I mean, you can see it all the time. Men in tuxedos dancing with women looks so much better. Ugh. Songs beautiful, but erectory and not appropriate. All right, now I am going to. Let me see if Latitude Shava has a little post. Yeah. Wait, what is this channel? This is ridiculous. What? No. Thank goodness for that ad. Okay, let me. Oh, okay. This is the channel. Okay, here we go. Yep, this is the right channel. Okay. By the way, if you have subscribed to Latitude Shava's original channel, I would highly, highly encourage you to unsubscribe from that channel. Okay, so that's what I'm going to tell you and be upfront about, because that channel involves the aliens. This channel involves her. Okay, now, let me move to what I'm going to be doing. What story is this? The Birthmark by Okay, here we go. Now. Oh. That, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to switch accounts because I've already started in on this. If I can for the. Okay, there we go. All right. It's saved where I was. I haven't come on and done this very often, and there's pretty darn good reasons for that because it does not work. However, in this case, you need to put some things above others. You need to put certain things above other things because of their importance, and that's just the truth. Let's get through this beep story. Yeah, it's not a beep story. Perhaps it's not the story, it's the person who has assigned the story. And, I will warn you, the person who has assigned this story is highly conservative. Number one, I just want to give you some warnings. The person is very conservative. That's the first warning. The second warning, very traditional. And, not necessarily the fresh and new Virgonian person, but more along the lines of the, I don't know who, but anyway, let's get into this. And let's get through this.
I remember, said Georgiana faintly, and she placed her hand over her cheek to hide the terrible mark from her husband's eyes. Fear not, dearest, exclaimed he. Do not shrink from me. Believe me, Georgiana, I even rejoice in this single imperfection, since it will be such a rapture to remove it. Spare me, sadly replied his wife. Pray do not look at it again. I never can forget the convulsive shudder. In order to soothe Georgiana, and, as it were, to release her mind from the burden of actual things, Elmer now put in practice in life and playful secrets which science had taught him under profounder lore. Airy figures, absolutely bodiless ideas, forms of unsubstantial beauty came and danced before her, imprinting their momentary footsteps on beams of light. Though she had some indistinct idea of the method of these optical phenomena, still the illusion was almost perfect enough to warrant the belief that her husband possessed sway over the spiritual world. And again, when she felt a wish to look forth from her seclusion, immediately, as if her thoughts were answered, the procession of external existence flitted across the screen. The scenery and the figures of actual life were perfectly represented, but with that bewitching yet indescribable difference which always makes a picture, an image, or a shadow so much more attractive than the original. When wearied of this, Aylmer bade her cast her eyes upon a vessel containing a quantity of earth. She did so, with little interest at first, but was soon startled to perceive the germ of the plant shooting upward from the soil. Then came the slender stalk, the leaves gradually unfolded themselves, and amid them was a perfect and lovely flower. It is magical, cried Georgiana. I dare not touch it. Nay, pluck it, answered Aylmer. Pluck it and inhale its sweet perfume while you may. The flower will wither in a few moments and leave nothing save its brown seed vessels, but thence may be perpetuated a race as ephemeral as itself. But Georgiana had no sooner touched the flower than the whole plant suffered a blight, its leaves turning coal black as if by agency of fire. There was too powerful a stimulus, said Aylmer thoughtfully, to make up for it by an experiment. He proposed to take her portrait by a scientific process of his own invention. It was to be effected by rays of light striking upon a polished plate of metal. Georgiana assented, but, on looking at the result, which applied to define the features of the portrait blurred and indefinable, while the minute figure of a hand appeared with a cheap shimmer bit. Aylmer stretched the metallic plate and threw it into a jar of corrosive acid. Soon, however, he forgot these mortifying failures. In the intervals of study and chemical experiment he came to her flushed and exhausted, but seemed invigorated by her presence, and spoke the glowing language of the resources of his art. He gave a history of the long dynasty of the alchemists, who spent so many ages in quest of the universal solvent by which the golden principle might be elicited from all things vile and base. Aylmer appeared to believe that, by the plainest scientific logic, it was altogether within the limits of possibility to discover this long-sought medium. But, he added, a philosopher who should go deep enough to acquire the power of too lofty a wisdom to stoop to the exercise of it. Not less singular were his opinions in regard to the elixir vitae. He more than intimated that it was at his option to develop the liquid and should prolong life for years, perhaps interminably, but that it could produce a discord in nature which all the world, and chiefly the coffer of the immortal nostrum, would find cause to curse. Aylmer, are you in earnest? Asked Georgiana, looking at him with amazement and fear. It is terrible to possess such power, or even to dream of possessing it. No, do not tremble, my love, said her husband. I would not wrong either you or myself by working such inharmonious effects upon our minds. But I would have you consider how trifling, in comparison, is the skill requisite to remove this wrong hand. At the mention of the birthmark, Georgiana, as usual, shrank as if a red-hot iron had touched her cheek. Again Aylmer applied himself to his labors. She could hear his voice in the distant furnace room giving directions to Aminadab, whose harsh, uncouth, misshapen tones were audible in response, more like the grunt or growl of a brute than human speech. After hours of absence, Aylmer reappeared and proposed that she should now examine his cabinet of chemical matters and natural treasures of the earth. Among the former he showed her a small vial in which, he remarked, was contained a gentle yet most powerful fragrance, capable of impregnating all the breezes that blow across a kingdom. They were of inestimable value, the contents of that little vial, and, as he said so, he threw some of the perfume into the air and filled the room with piercing and invigorating delight. "And what is this?" asked Georgiana, pointing to a small crystal globe containing a gold-colored liquid. "It is so beautiful, beyond I can imagine it the elixir of life." "In one sense it is," replied Aylmer, "or rather the elixir of immortality. It is the most precious poison that ever was concocted in this world. By its aid I could apportion the lifetime of any mortal according to the strength of the dose would determine whether he were to linger out years or drop dead in the midst of a breath. No king on his guarded throne could keep his life if I, in my private station, should deem that the welfare of millions justified me in depriving him." "Why do you keep such a terrific drug?" inquired Georgiana in horror. "Do not mistrust me, dearest," said her husband, smiling. "Its virtuous potency is yet greater than its harmful one. But see, here is a powerful cosmetic. With a few drops of this evasive water, freckles may be washed away as easily as the hands of friends. A stronger infusion would take the blood out of the cheek and leave the rosiest beauty a pale ghost." "Is it with this lotion that you intend to bathe my cheek?" asked Georgiana anxiously. "Oh, no," hastily replied her husband. "This is merely superficial. Your case demands a remedy that should go deeper." In his interviews with Georgiana, Aylmer generally made minute inquiries as to her sensations, and whether the confinement of the rooms and the temperature of the atmosphere agreed with her. These questions had such a particular drift that Georgiana began to conjecture that she was already subjected to certain physical influences, either breathed in with the fragrant air or taken like her food. She fancied likewise, but it might be altogether fancy, that there was a stirring up of her system, a strange, indefinite sensation creeping through her veins and tingling half painfully, half pleasurably at her heart. Still, whenever she dared to look into the mirror, there she beheld herself pale as a white rose, with the crimson birthmark stamped upon her cheek. Not even Aylmer now hated it so much as she. To dispel the tedium of the hours which her husband found it necessary to devote to the processes of combination and analysis, Georgiana turned over the volumes of his scientific library. In many dark old tomes she noted chapters full of romance and poetry. They were the works of philosophers of the Middle Ages, such as Albertus Magnus, Cornelius Agrippa, Paracelsus, and the famous Friar who gave the pathetic brazen head. All these antique naturalists stood in advance of their centuries, yet they imbued with some of their credulity, and therefore were believed, and perhaps imagined themselves to acquire from the investigation of nature a power above nature, and from physics a sway over the spiritual world. Hardly less curious and imaginative were the early volumes of the Transactions of the Royal Society, in which the members, knowing little of the limits of natural possibility, were continually recording wonders of living methods whereby wonders might be wrought. But to Georgiana the most engrossing volume was a large folio from her husband's own hand, in which he had recorded every experiment of his scientific career, its original aim, the methods adopted for its development, and its final successful failure, with the circumstances to which either event was attributable. The book, in truth, was both the history and emblem of an ardent, ambitious, imaginative, yet practical and laborious life. He handled physical details as if there were nothing beyond them, yet spiritualized them all, and redeemed himself from materialism by a strong and eager aspiration towards the infinite. In his grasp, the veriest clod of earth was Georgiana, as she read, reverenced Aylmer and loved him more profoundly than ever, but with a less entire dependence on his judgment than heretofore. Much as he had accomplished, she could not but observe that his most splendid successes were almost invariably failures, if compared to the ideal at which he aimed. His brightest diamonds were the merest pebbles, and thought to be so by himself, in comparison with the inestimable gems which lay hidden behind his reach. The volume, rich with achievements that had won renown for its author, was yet as melancholy a record as ever mortal hand had penned. It was the sad confession and continual exemplification of the shortcomings of the composite man, the spirit burdened with play and working of matter, and of despair that assails a higher nature at finding itself so miserably thwarted by the earthly part. Perhaps every man of genius in whatever sphere might recognize the image of his own experience in Aylmer's journal. So deeply did these reflections affect Georgiana that she laid her face upon the open volume and burst into tears. In this situation she was found by her husband. "It is dangerous to read in a sorcerer's books," said he with a smile, though his countenance was uneasy and displeased. "Georgiana, there are pages in that volume which I can scarcely glance over and keep my senses. Take heed lest it prove as detrimental to you." "You made me worship you more than ever," said she. "Ah, wait for this one success," rejoined he, "then worship me if you will. I shall deem myself hardly unworthy of it. But come, I have sought you for the luxury of your voice. Sing to me, dearest." So she poured out the liquid music of her voice to quench the thirst of his spirit. He then took his leave with a voice exuberance of gaiety, assuring her that her seclusion would endure but a little longer, and that the result was already certain. Scarcely had he departed when Georgiana felt irresistibly impelled to follow him. She had forgotten to inform Aylmer of the symptom which for 2 or 3 hours past had begun to excite her attention. It was a sensation in the fatal birthmark, not painful, but which induced a restlessness throughout her system. Hastening after her husband, she had quitted for the first time the laboratory. The first thing that struck her eye was the furnace, that hot and feverish liquor, with the intense glow of its fire, which by the quantities of soot pressed above it seemed to have been burning for ages. There was a distilling apparatus in full operation. Around the room there was
No. No.
crucibles and other apparatus
Tried that. No, I'm not going to do it again. But I cried
the
because I wouldn't have known.
of
You know what? I will gladly let this play while I continue speaking because I know this is getting super boring for all of you, including myself. So let me just go on and talk while this thing is going because, as you know, I am a firm believer in things finishing, yet it's just boring to stay stationary here. So I'm hoping that I'm making the right decision. But this is what has to happen. I have so much to do, and I need to put things in, order because there kind of is a pyramid. There kind of is a pedestal. This is at the, near the, probably at the bottom tier of that pyramid. What was I going to say? I was very risk averse last summer. I really was. Risk averse. Risk averse. I did not want to risk my phone, yet I didn't want to loan myself. So what did I do? Did all this stuff, and now I decided not to do that. And you can't change the past, and like don't sit and think to yourself, why haven't I done this? Why haven't I done that? Well, you know what? Everything you do is perfect. Everything you do is meant to happen, is meant to be. Everything is meant to be. Everything you do is meant to be. It's not a clean space. It's supposed to be a messy space. That's what it is. So I'm just waiting for this to be done so that I can focus on the important other things that I have to attend to, because I'm going to end up with a whole bunch of work on September the 28th, or excuse me, the 27th. And so this is what has to happen. So whilst that is going, I'm going to be doing other stuff. So that's just how it's going to have to be, because I'm not going to sit here in boredom, and I'm not going to do something which I feel kind of insecure about doing, but then I have to. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that. I'm not going to use my phone when I feel uncomfortable using it, because all it's going to do is it's going to bring stuff up from the past. I've tried. I have tried, and I have tried. Every single time I feel guilty. So that's just what it is. So let this play, let this go by the wayside, and move on to the next thing. So let me see here. Home. Let's go here. And let's do this. Okay. Music appreciation. Course content. Music of the Middle Ages. Dig in. Hopefully, I will. How long is this quiz? Not that long. Okay, let's get through this. Okay, hopefully when I type this in to Google, it will give me what I want. I'm disappointed that I can't sit here and read the story fully, but this is kind of an inconvenience to the more important things I have to do. So Music Appreciation's final. Shoquan Desprez. Does it say anything about that on here? Shoquan Beautiful. Describes a letter that identifies the kind of composer that was not important during the Middle Ages. Let's see if this. Oh my gosh. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, this Quizlet. Okay, this is going to be hopefully pretty fast. Madrigal. Let's just do it. I'm kind of cheating here. I don't feel guilty. I probably feel kind of guilty if I had less, but I have so much, and let the class I'm in right now. It takes time. It is not a subject that you can rush into and think that you can go into with full-on intensity and hard work. It has to be a slow and steady process. Do a little bit here, and then take a break, and then do it. You have to take a break. I have to take a break. If I don't take a break, I get burnt out. You can't run on an empty tank. Work smarter, not harder. You can't run in an empty tank. I imagine that, nope, I wouldn't make any videos this weekend. I wouldn't post a whole ton of posts. I wouldn't make any posts at all. I'd be focused on this. Nope. Well, I have a break because I need to take a break, and why not use that break? So, that's the South Node in Scorpio. that's just falling away. That's just when I try to do things and not, driven, strong, all in way. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I keep hitting dead ends. So I'm not going to do that anymore. So, anyway, select the letter that identifies the kind of composition that was not important during the Middle Ages. Madrigal. Let's see what the next question is. 5 parts of a composed mass are Kyrie, Gloria, Credo, Sanctus, and Amen. False. Fifth part of the mass is Agnus Dei. False. 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 Match the types of composers. These are true or false. Oh, woohoo. Okay, here we go. They're kind of out of order here. Match the types of compositions to the composers from the Middle Ages. Okay, Hildegard of Bingen. Chant. How should I do this? I don't know what to do. I guess just click the number. Wait. Okay, I see. Castellani, Barreto.
Success.
Oh gosh. Okay, get rid of this, get rid of that. I don't need any of this. I don't need this. You have to clean out your tabs and organize stuff in this particular way. I'm sorry I can't listen and read, but I have my reasons. You have to have some foresight for the future. So let me see. Your Bignan, we have Chant, Percussive, E, Rata, 4, we have 4 here. Okay, Broken, 1, Accepting, Mass, have 2. Two. Okay, gorgeous. I'm not going to recheck. Acapella. The texture of Gregorian chant. Let's see. Texture of Gregorian chant is always harmonic. Whatever that means. False. I'm not going to recheck it again because I'm sure about what I did. The use of church modes. Where can I find that? The use of church modes as the basis for Gregorian chant. The use of church modes. True or false? The use of church modes as the basis for Gregorian. Yeah. Use of church modes as the basis for Gregorian. Sound true. Okay. True, it says. Boom. Done. You should not put things online, because people will find them and use them. Women were always allowed in choirs that sang in the liturgical church service. Let me see. Oh gosh. There's a catch, isn't there? It's free. Okay. Now, I don't need this. I don't need this. Okay, this is finally over. Thanks, limousine. Okay, we're done with that. All right. Now, time to focus on this. Okay, women. Where can I find the thing about women? Women. Maybe I'll go back. Maybe it's located. Skip. 5 parts of a composed mass. Acapella. Major difference. Texture. School. Popularity. True for many high schools. Women were always allowed in chorus sing. False. False. That's all I need. Select the letter that identifies the musical ensemble. Maybe it's back here. They put. Okay. Match the type of composition that. Okay. That. Okay. Match. Wait. Okay. Musical genres. I think it'll have something about that here in the next thing. If. Oh gosh. Maybe it's back here. Well, what is this? Sebastian. What is this? Okay. Okay, this is like. Okay, let me just. This one's kind of a booger. All right. Complete list of musical genres. You know, this one I'm going to guess. Answer C. Answer D. Answer B. Answer A. Musical genre. Oh gosh. No. I'm not going to give this information away. No. If it is online and if it is like you can go to it anytime. Yeah. That's huge. Okay, that one's wrong. I can tell you right now that one is wrong. Okay. Whoever. Let me go back and see if I can get what is going on. Who were the. Okay, this. See here. Weekend. The band was originally formed. This is not what. Yeah, none of the above. It says right there on Google. Who were the. Another word that's unjuxt. In school, porches. Okay, beautiful. Oh, only 2 more questions left. What is the difference between the minstrels and the whoever namata? Okay, here we go. See what it has in store for me now. As nouns, the difference between recite poetry. Okay. I would assume that would be the one. Who is the most distinguished figure in medieval music? Let's type this in and see what it has in store for me. Okay, I am almost done with this. I just need to music. Monophonic. Single melody, monophonic, show me. Whoa. Alright, now. How is one able to continuously monophonic? Don't say anything else, monophonic. Check! And I'm done. Oh, I see what this question is. Okay, select the letter that identifies the musical example for each genre. What? I'm not sure what this is asking here. Does it give a title? Okay, A would be math. Let's see what B is. Chant with a drone. I'm gonna just assume that chant with a drone is B, actually. Now, balata, let's see what this is. I'm just going to put C in for this. There's 2 C's. So maybe put A and then C there. Okay, and then obviously D would be this other. Okay, A Oh, this is too confusing. And then, let's do this over again. Chant. Beautiful. Chant with a drone. I'm gonna say A for this one. B. B. Balata. B here. Why do I have... This one's a chant. Oh, this is so confusing. I don't know how to answer this. Okay, let's start over from beginning. I'm not, don't overthink stuff. If something gets too confusing where you can't figure it out, just start it over. Save your brain. Chant. Answer A. This is very confusing. I'm just gonna... I don't know how to answer this. Let's see. Balata. A. I'll just put that in for that if this is not so confusing. B is chant with a drone. Mass. Mass is C, and we would have D. What do I... Okay, let's just put, let me see here. D here. Wait. D goes here. And, okay, there we go. All right, good. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to save it and submit it. See if everything's saved here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Done. Save and submit. No need to recheck because it's already been done. Boom. Done. Now, let's take a look at this next thing here, which I submitted. I don't need to go back and redo. I've already done that. Okay, begin. Mercury retrograde, no need to recheck things. That's what I'm trying to break away from, is rechecking stuff, because I have a habit of doing that, and I'm trying to break the habit. And then, like other, people are talking about, do that. No. You know what? I make my own decisions. No. So, anyway, listen to whoever. Okay, how many questions is this? Okay. Oh, all right. Now, this is different. Take test. Renaissance music test. Test information, description, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Question musical status. maybe it will tell me what this is. So, it's like sometimes you just have to work smarter, not harder. Lists the types of, wait, Middle Ages. Okay. Okay. All right. Characteristics of Renaissance. Blah. Okay. Characteristics of Renaissance music. This is too much to look through. Let's just see if it has anything. Let's go to the thing here and see. The Renaissance. Go through a whole history of the Renaissance. Oh. Okay, let's see here. Uh, uh, oh.